What's going on? What's going on? It's your man Mal C 219 TV Midwest Connected, Cheats for Life, and GoFundMe is not life insurance. And on this one right here, man, and this one right here, man. On this one, conversation rule of nation, we finna talk about turning 50. Turning 50 out here in these streets, baby. They call us old heads. They say we old. They say it's this. But you turning 50, man. Do you realize what turning 50 is like a second wind of life, man? It's a second wind of life, man. And I don't know about y'all, but where I'm from, 219, GI, the streets that made me. I'm going to take y'all on a little ride with me, man. I'm going to take y'all on a little ride. You coming up 65, coming from down from now. You know, I'm from Gary, Indiana, Gangsta Island, 219, right outside the Chi, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we in the Midwest, you know, we do our own thing. You know, we influenced by a lot. So when you come off of 405, you come off, bam, you hitting the city, 4th Avenue. It's about to take you down. Now, when I look at this, right, I see, you know, this just one of them pair. Y'all know. We all know what that is right there. The infamous. You know, y'all know where that's at, George Miller, that side of town. That's just, you know, another side of GI, you know what I'm saying? And growing up, man, right here. This is where it all started at for me, baby. As I'm pushing 50 years old, I look at life, man, and I look at a lot of things. And I see how right here, and you break your life down. If you ain't, for you youngins out there, y'all just hitting your 20s, you hitting your 30s, you thugging, you gangster, you know what I'm saying? You doing what you do. And I ain't always sold life insurance, man. That's why I like to sit down and talk about life and chop it up. Because, you know, these streets right here was eating people alive. You know what I mean? They was eating people alive. Gary in the 90s, like when I was 10, the first 10 years of my life was spent on these blocks right here. They were spent on these blocks right here. You know, I spent the first 10 years of my life on these blocks. You see this street right here with a green little sign? This Lincoln Street right here. This Johnson Street right here. This where all the G's used to be at on Johnson. Shout to Cuz, Tom, Austin, them. You know, that used to be Burger King over there. Everybody know this was the infamous Gold Coast. You know, my brother Bud, he stayed around the corner. Booty stayed over on Fillmore. Harv stayed right there across the street on Johnson. You know what I mean? We used to be at the park. The buildings before McDonald's was McDonald's. It was a building there, a big apartment building on Fifth, you know. And this was, you know, surviving in the era of the 90s. You know what I mean? So when I was 10 then, I was there around the 80s. When I was 10, it was like early 80s, you know what I'm saying? Because I was born in 73, you know, so it was early 80s, you know what I'm saying? 83, 84, 85, 86, we was running these streets right here, you know. And unlike all ghettos the same, man. They all the same. And when you from the hood, you make 50. You know, Gary, now you know this the home of Michael Jackson, the home of shout to Freddie Gibbs, you know what I'm saying? Shout to Stacey Brookshire Mafia, you know what I'm saying? Shout to King Service, you know what I'm saying? Shout to LaTroy Hawkins, you know what I'm saying? Shout to Glenn Robinson, you know what I'm saying? Gee, I could drop some names now. Jesse Powell, you feel what I'm saying? Once I can't forget Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Again, you know, Joe Jackson, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got some names, you know what I'm saying? We got street ladies, you know, y'all know who they are, you know what I'm saying? All my guys, they know who they are. You feel what I'm saying? Shout to them, it's so many to name. And on these streets right here, man, it's like, you know, growing up here, you know, this hood, 5th Avenue, like right here, this right here, this used to be Gold Coast. It was a little store, you know what I'm saying? That Gold Coast, this little whole hood right here used to be a liquor store over there. They tore it down where the Mexicans would set up shop. But when the 90s came, in the 90s, bro, When New Jack City came out, it was what it was. Gary was, we had our gangs. We got the Vice Lords, we got the Disciples, we got the, mostly just Vice Lord Disciples and neighborhoods. That's what GI was about. Wasn't too many other gangs like Chicago. We had a few Latin kids. We had some foes and some O's, we had that right there. But you more so had the original gang of Gary, which was the family that go back. But anyway, growing up on these streets right here in Gary, Indiana, at that time, that's when the city was, in the 80s, it was like 100,000 populated. We had like 5 high schools, you know what I'm saying? You had the beach, you had everything, you could go kick it. But it's like when the game changed, now mind you, a lot of people didn't make it. And that's the blessing about turning 50. When you look back, you look around, and you look to the side, you look to the left, you look to the right. If you blessed to turn 50, you know what I'm saying? Because they saying we the, your kids, we the old heads now. We the old heads now. 50 though is a powerful number though. See, 50 is a powerful number because it's about time and money. And now we ain't about to go over your head, but we just conversating with you. It's a powerful number. So, and through life insurance, because we all goes back to that. See, what I like about life insurance, because it breaks down time and money in life. When we was on these streets in our teens and 10s and 20s, when we should have been setting up things, because when you make it to 50, the average person might only live to 70 or 80. So that means you make it to 50, you got 20 or 30 more years to really do something. Whatever you didn't do up to that 50th year point, how much money we jacked off. That's why on these streets, man. How much money did we jag off on these streets? This street right here, though. Hold on. This street right here, y'all know the apartment building. Right there. Shout to my man R. Hills. Used to stay right there, my man. Y'all know that corner right there. Shout to my man Booney. You have Roger Jr., the Balance. Big E. You know what I'm saying? Fifth was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Fifth was what it was. My man Ramsey and Tom, we was on B Street, right? We used to be down there at my man Lope crib, you know what I mean? Shout to Lopez, R.I.P., baby. So these were the streets, like I said, we was on both sides, what it is. We used, me and some of my family, my guys, we GD to the bone, but I grew up, that's a predominantly, Fifth Avenue was what it was, predominantly a Vice Lord neighborhood on that end. See, Fifth is divided, but Fifth is a big family, but it's divided, you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't really, that ain't your area, then don't really, don't partake. You feel what I'm saying? Don't partake, man. But it's funny. You go to ghettos worldwide, you go places worldwide, and you look around. And the thing about Gary, our whole city feel like the hood. See, when you go to some cities, see this right here, this Fifth Avenue. Fifth run through the whole low, what they call the low end. Shout to my guys from the low end. You feel what I'm saying? Fifth run right there, it runs all the way through Gary. Now, right up in here, those that know. I'm going to take y'all on a little tour. Let me stop right here. This hood right here, Tyler Street. Tyler Boys, formerly known as Tyler Boys, now they the low end, you know what I'm saying? Them low end hustle. Shout to my guys, you know what I'm saying? Shout to my guy King T, you know what I mean? Dick, Danny, you know what I'm saying? Bub G, it's a lot of them, man. Shout to my guys down there. That was our second family right there. My man E. Dot, Black, Myers, you know what I'm saying? Can't forget R.I.P. Ty, you know what I mean? So, but hey, Tyler, that's the other part of the low end. And when you get from this end down towards Broadway, it becomes mostly GD. You got Jackson, you got Madison, you got Jackson Park over there. Y'all know what they used to be doing over there in Jackson Park, but it's just funny, man, how, in these eras, in this time, a lot of kids don't know that, you look at these streets, look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this. And when you grow up seeing this every day, what else you gonna do? What else you gonna do? You know, shout to my cousin. She got the funeral home right there. The Madison building right there. We used to call it the Baby Carter. Then you get down here by the downtown, you know. And that tell you a lot about the city. And these people, when they had these videos, my man flying, he doing about 100 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? But he going down 50. But now, this right here is basically your downtown area. You know what I mean? This your downtown area. But I want to slip back right here, right quick. I want to slip back right here, right quick, to this right here. And when you right here, this is the boys club. This the boys club right here. Man, this is when back in the 90s, early 80s, the boys club on Fifth Avenue, if you could ball, that's where you was at. That was the rucker for the hood right there. You go in the boys club, man. You go in the boys club, it was like smoke in the air. It was like a club for kids, you know. Anything can happen. You get robbed, beat up, all in a little tight part when you go in that basement, man. But all the kids on Fifth, especially the Madison, Jackson, Tyler, that was they was their house. Everybody up down Fifth Avenue went to the boys club, man. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's like it was a different era, but the same things went on, man. The same things went on, bro. The same things went on, man. So, and it's crazy how a lot of the youngins now, they look at us like, oh, y'all ain't. Come on, man. When you grow up in these environments and you're able to make it to 50 years old, you're able to make it to 50 years old, because now it's like life starts. You get a second chance. You look back at all the things you did. You feel me? Looking back at all the things you did, all the places you've gone, you know, all the time you let pass. You're looking at all of that, all the mistakes you've made. You know, all those that's live, all those that's died. You feel what I'm saying? And you get to sit back, and if you're blessed to get to 50 years old, you get to sit back and look at that and revalue yourself. Because you didn't pretty much live half your life. A lot of people, can they die peacefully? I don't know. Some of them ain't left their family what they need to lead them. A lot of people not in position. Because there's a lot of us still out here. If you still in the game at 50, drop something in the comments. If you still pushing at 50, still trying to find a way at 50. Because say, I'm still trying to figure it out. We still trying to, you know, because we all do it for something. You got to be doing it for something. You're doing it this long. You know what I'm saying? That 50 is a breaking point for a lot of people. It's like halfway. We're at the 50-yard line of life when you make 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? We're at the 50-yard line of life. Now, right here, everybody know what this is. This is the infamous Dora Miller, right? Now, hold up. Now, yo, when these people ride and make these videos, right, they ride through the hoods, be looking at, you know. So this particular drive, I had to bring it back, man. He finna ride through Dora Miller. Everybody shout to my guy Conda, Tom Pierce, you know what I'm saying? All my Dora Miller dudes, man. Look. Los them, greedy them, you know what I'm saying? D, what up, David? Shout to my guy David, man. Look. Hey David, when they turn and Dora Miller right there, he ride through the hood. These people, he's a tourist, obviously. Because anybody from the G to know, Dory Miller, one way in, one way out. Boom. Man, he going right here. You see the sign right there that say left, go to the left. This is how I knew this was a tourist that made this video riding through my city, you know what I'm saying? But check it out. My man so annoyed, he see dude who's standing there, he banged the right. Like, yo, I'm not stopping. My man D came to a Cali stop. Look at this, man. It could be kids out. Hey, all he see is, whoop, they over there. He banged, he slow. Yeah, he posted with the other way and went all the way around. Look how quick my man, he banged and got right up out of there. But that's Dora Miller, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout to my guys in DM, man. You know what I'm saying? I think, I don't know if they just tore it down, but, you know, it's like I was saying, man. it's one of these things where you looking back on everything you did. Cause you at the halftime and the halftime. You at halftime of life. So when you turn 50, see, man, if it's something to be able to talk about 50 years of experiences, man. In my 50 years, I've seen a lot of things happen on those streets, a lot of lives lost, a lot of money made, a lot of things, you've been inspired by the streets. You know what I'm saying? Between Gary and Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my cousin Rob. I used to be on the west side of Chi, that's where my family at. So between that and South Side, we lived on the South. So it's just like that whole Midwest melting pot, man, as you can see where we at right in the middle right there. We right next to Illinois. So it's like Midwest is his own thing. Everything come through there and go out of there one way or another. Swag gang. So you got Midwest dudes that listen to hip hop, Midwest dudes that listen to, but we mostly South gangster. That's what we was on. But it was like when I sit back and look at this, man, and look at how we grew up and look at how things went on and look at how far and the experience I've gotten at 50 years old. That's what inspired me to do the 219 Midwest Connected, media, just to document and show y'all that if you could come from this right here, man, listen. If you can come from this right here, bro, they over on the east side now, you know what I'm saying? If you can come from this right here, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you can come from this right here.
And now, expressing them musically himself.
My man got off course right there. He didn't hit an alley or somewhere he ain't supposed to be. Now he paranoid. But, you know what I mean? Drop something in the comments, man. If you're pushing 50, because hip-hop is pushing 50, and I'm in that era, and I'm about to hit 50 in a couple weeks, and I'm just reminiscing with y'all, touching back, and we just conversate, kicking back, you know what I mean? And we talking about turning 50, coming from the hood. Coming from the hood, turning 50 is more than an accomplishment. To make it to 50 years of life out here, man, coming from the ghetto, 50 years of dodging bullets, and that's how you live, too. And I was one of those that I was a nosy kid. I wanted to see what was in. I wanted to get in the mix. A lot of us grew up on the beat.